me, aren't I great?
Yes.
Now, unfortunately, it started to spread quickly, this rumors of my non-godly Pharaonicness. And I think the argument went something like this. If Artie abolished all of the old gods, went the argument, then does that mean he is no longer a god himself? Is he, and I quote this to you from one of my own kitchen staff, may she rest in pieces, just a madman who talks to the sun? I don't think so, Missy. But yes. Now, clearly, that's really stung. It hit me where I live, or something that you youngsters talk about these days.
What the fuck?
However, I could have stopped it there and then. I could have had all of my staff killed. I could have blown up Egypt with my rocks and my spears. I could have wiped out the entire race of Egyptians. But I didn't really feel like it. As you know, I was a bit of a pacifist.
Part 2.
Yes, that's right. I said it. I went there.
Yeah, go for 10 minutes now.
Yeah, that's
Hush,
why
you.
Actually, 30 minutes.
Now, it seemed I also had another problem. Politics! Politics, 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 the bane of my glorious existence. Many of my loyal outlying cities, the dozens of them that all lined up and queued for me, the wondrous Akhenaten or Artie or whatever. Clap, please. Yes, thank you, thank you. Aren't I wonderful? We're starting to send me tablets chipped all over with their complaints, talking about how I was disregarding them, how I was ignoring them, how I was treating them badly and not paying enough attention to how others were going. Some asked for money. Some asked for help with some siege against them or another. Some were just plain bored. I mean, come on, people. Deal with it yourselves. I'm the Pharaoh. I speak to the great sun god Aten. Give me a break, please. But yes, anyway. Unfortunately, my advisors wouldn't leave me alone, chasing me up about the stupidest details. Like that apparently I'd ripped someone off. Now listen to this one. This is an interesting story that happened several thousand years ago. Now, where was it? Yes, there, no. Ah, here we are. Apparently, my father had promised the king of Mitanni, heaven knows why, Tushratta, a ridiculous amount of gold, going so far as to show the messengers of that king statues being cast of pure gold of his entire family. He even decided to promise him craploads of riches, so rich and rich that they would have driven me out of business, what with all my frolicking and a tent building thing. So I decided that I'd, try something else. I sent this king statues plated with pure gold, made of pure wood. I mean, wood is so much more natural, isn't it? You'd think they would have enjoyed that more. Yes, I know, I'm brilliant for that. Clap, please. Thank you, I'm a genius. And I sent him a moderate amount of riches, lots of diamonds and gold and rubies and all that other crap that we had craploads of and build our buildings and such like. But apparently, ever since, oh, and by the way, this was a price to marry his ugly, daughter, so that we can improve diplomatic relations. It wasn't worth it, I can tell you that. So, ever since, the king of Mitanni has hated me quite much. I don't know why. I think it's just a grudge thing. He's a sore loser or something. So, now, question for one of you. Who was the king of Mitanni? Who did I promise so much money to but didn't give, but instead gave him something moderately decent? No, I didn't promise you anything, except for an onion. It was great Tushratta. Yes, that's it. Tushratta, the crummy king of Mitanni. Here you are, Nicholas. Enjoy your onion. Fruits of my labor, blah, blah, blah. Right. So, Raj and such and whatnot, we fought out with a great kingdom against us. And as it turns out, that didn't improve relations with my loyal subjects. Loyal. Huh, funny. So, in the end, I became the hated heretic pharaoh of Egypt. Aren't I wonderful? No, I'm not. Don't clap. Right. I asked you not to. I give you 2 onions and a smile. So stop. Right.
You're a lucky boy.
Put that on video.
Now, as if this wasn't bad enough, suddenly my advisors were rushing at me, claiming that since I'd moved to my new capital, countries and cities and outlying regions were prepared to declare war They wanted to kill me. I mean, look at me with my beard and my baggy thing and my onions. I'm the greatest pharaoh who ever lived. I mean, come on, I've lived for 4,000 years or something. It's ridiculous, I know. Right, now, hang on, I lost my place. Alright, as it turns out, this was around the time that I received my lovely Amana letters, as you call them. A ridiculous amount of people saying, we want money, we want stuff. Why do people want stuff? Can't they be happy with the great sun god? I mean, I was, surely. Yeah.
Yes, I was.
Thank you, child of Aten. Right.
Okay.
Now, despite this, all of this anguish, all these complaints, driving me mad, thankfully it was all solved a few days later when I died. Yes, I died. Amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Aten, wonderful guy. So, when I died, I went to somewhere or another. I'm unsure of when I actually died. Like, nobody ever told me when I died. I was busy eating breakfast, and then suddenly, I was dead. That doesn't just happen. So I have no idea when I died, and I have no idea how. Heck, I didn't even know where I was buried. No wonder I'm in this place. Horrible, disgusting, wreck of a place. I need the liquor, I'm not gonna... Right. So, after I died, a new pharaoh took over. And who else would it be but my own son, I think. Or half-brother. It's hard to tell these days. You know, family relations, everyone has sex with each other. But yeah. Now, my son, Tutankhaten, so young and naive was he. Oh, I perished the thought that he might have one day become a great Atenna. He was brainwashed by those priests, those horrid little wretches who dared to stand against me. As a result, he decided that it was a good idea to reinstate the old gods, to give that Seth, Anubis, whatever their names are, I don't care, Aten is the true ruler, blah, blah, blah. They're old places. Give them their temples, give the priests back their jobs. They don't deserve them, they're evil. Anyway, so, because of that, my wonderful Tutankhaten became a brainwashed slave to the priests. He even changed his name. Oh, my. Do any of you know what he changed his name to?
Tutankhamen.
Very good, Nick, not you.
Tutankhamen.
Thank you, Billy.
Billy,
Yeah, take my one.
You got enough. Any more? You'll get a party.
Yes, another onion. Yes, so excited.
Yes,
Thank you, Greg one.
I hate you.
Love you, Andrew.
Right. So, after I left, after I passed away and moved on, and now I think you see my bar car, everything that I had worked for began to crumble, fall apart, become horrid. I lost everything. My wonderful city, Akhetaten, became scrap. They used my foundations to make buildings for the poor and useless. I mean, why? Akhetaten was the greatest city, the greatest creation I ever came up with. And they treated it like filth. They scratched my name from the walls of every temple. They blacked out my faces. Only a few busts of me, like this wonderful statue here. I know I look wonderful. Clap, please. Please. I need clapping. Only this wonderful statue and a few hundred others survived. My legacy, my triumph, my Aten worship was all gone. Instead replaced by a whiny, snot-nosed Tutankhamen, a rotten devil. And so, I die, disgraced, in shame, ruined forever, dead forever, I hope. And so, I think it is time for me to bid you adieu. With my leave, I give a gift to the great ruler of this province. May you accept the fruits of my labor.
Thank you.
Enjoy the wonders. Clap, everyone. Your wonderful provincial leader has gained the ultimate honor. And so, I must, wait, I'm holding it, yes. I must bid you adieu. Hang on.
Goodbye.
Yes. Worship a temple, I'm going. Goodbye, all. Allow me to enjoy my death, my burial, wherever I may
Yeah,
be.
we will enjoy that too.
Yay!
Woo! Yeah! Oh, Billy, loved it.
Now you're